CSS code can be written in a few different ways, but the more concise, the better. To achieve that, you have to use shorthand CSS, which is basically a shorter, faster way of writing code. By doing this, you make sure the code you write is cleaner and easier to understand. So let me give you a few examples to illustrate the differences. First of all, we have a simple paragraph here, which has a class of demo p. Now, I also have a CSS file linked to that HTML document. So let's start demo p. Let's do some font styling first. So I'm going to say font style. Let's make it italic, and then let's make it bold. Font weight bold. Let's give it a different font size, say 13 pixels. Maybe a line height 1.5, and then maybe font family. Let's do Arial sans serif. Great. Let's also add a background color, just to illustrate some of the differences. All right, so save. This is our paragraph so far. Now, as you can see, that's a lot of code right here, but let's call this normal CSS, and let's create shorthand CSS. So we'll grab the same paragraph, but this time we're going to say font, and we'll start with the font style, and then the font weight, followed by the font size, slash, line height, and finally Arial sans serif, which is the font family. Background color, let's do the same one. Save, and let's comment this code. And as you can see, the styling is exactly the same. So this bit right here equals this bit right here. And already you can see the advantages of shorthand CSS. You can compress lots of lines of code into a single line, which is always good. It's easier to maintain, and it makes your CSS files smaller. Let's take a look at some other examples. So let's uncomment this. Let's say you want to add some padding to that paragraph. Well, normally you would do this: padding top 1em, padding bottom 1em, left and right 1em. Yeah, so it added a padding. Well, right now you can do this: padding on the shorthand notation 1em, and this will apply this padding to all directions: top, right, bottom, and left. If, for example, you want to change the, let's say, left and right padding to 2ems, you would do this: 1em, which stands for top bottom, 2em, which 2em, which stands for left and right. And there it is. And that's basically it. There are a few more properties that support shorthand notation, like margin, border, background, and list style. But for more information on those, please check out the lesson notes.